Diatreme Resources is a Brisbane-based diversified mineral explorer with a raft of projects in mineral sands, copper, base metals and gold. The company's main focus is on extending its cyclone zircon project in the Eucla Basin of Western Australia. For more on this and the outlook for the company, Diatreme Resources Executive Chairman Tony Fawdon joins us now from our Brisbane studio. Tony, thanks for your time today. Diatreme has just released its latest quarterly report. What have been some of the highlights over the past quarter?
Well, thank you very much, Elizabeth, for having me on. The position is that we're now progressing well and truly with our pre-feasibility study. It's well on track to be finished by the end of this year, and that's a very important item. Secondly, we've had other mineral sand areas which have been granted to us at Shark Bay in Western Australia, and generally speaking we're joint venturing our base metal properties, and at the moment we're getting a lot of interest in those. And what about the next quarter ahead? What are your plans for that? Well, we should be finished drilling the preliminary work looking for water resources for the project. We can start to move ahead for the feasibility study, which is you're getting very, very serious about heading towards mining, and we'll have all that information in place. And also, hopefully, we will have the Baotai people, the Chinese group who are in Baoxi in China, who are the biggest titanium and zircon users in China. We're negotiating with those at the moment, and I'm hoping that that will come to fruition by that period. And what are prices like for zircon at the moment? There are some pretty bullish forecasts out there from the likes of Eucla Resources. What are you expecting to see? Are they going to continue to rise? Oh, they will, most definitely. Last prices were somewhere around about 2,700. I think there's going to be a major upgrade in zircon prices going into next year. In fact, I'm off to Hong Kong to do a presentation there at the TZMI conference, and we fully expect to hear from Eucla how the prices are going to be on their way up. The reality is that there's only about 1.3 million tonnes of production going forward, and at the moment the Chinese are talking about building another 5 or 6 cities in the central provinces. This is going to require a further 200,000 to 300,000 tonnes of zircon, so I can't see how this is going to be filled. In fact, there's only a handful of companies that have zircon deposits. We're lucky enough to have one of the richest of them, and these are going to come on stream and they won't cover the shortfall. You talk about Cyclone being one of your richest projects. Interswiss has valued that project at around $170 million. Just how valuable could it become in the future, given this outlook for zircon prices? They gave $170 million. There was other valuations that gave it up to $340 million. And I think there's going to be a recalculation of that by the Interswiss people. But the position is that we're looking at the moment, prices of about 2,700 for our zircon. We're going to be producing about 70,000 tonnes a year of zircon, not including the titanium. And we can see prices probably incrementally increasing by 10% certainly into next year, and probably another 10% higher in the year after. Predicting beyond that's almost impossible, because very, very few mines are going to come on stream. So in terms of where we're standing, we'll be getting into production around about the end of 2014, 2015, and I think we're going to be in a very, very good space. We're going to be able to take full advantage of the high zircon prices. The Eucla Basin in Western Australia, where your cyclone project is, that's tipped to become the world's next big producer of zircon. Do you see this being the case? Absolutely. At the moment, what tends to be forgotten in all of this is that Eucla, and certainly ourselves and a few other people, have actually found a lot of zircon in the Eucla Basin. This is a major, major discovery of major proportions, and hasn't been really factored into the market. Certainly it has for Eucla, but for companies like ourselves, I mean, we've got a valuation, for example, of 300 million on the cyclone project. I think our market cap today is about 25 million, so we've got a long way to go to catch up. But the In terms of the Eucla Basin, yes, it's going to be one of the very, very big basins for many years to come. It'll take over from Eneabba, which has been the world producer of zircon, which is now winding down in Western Australia, and the Eucla Basin will become the centre of the zircon universe.
And just finally and quickly, how do you see the outlook for Diatreme over the next 12 months?
I love to be in this space. It's a great space, Elizabeth, and I think that we're going to do very well. I think the market is waiting for us to do a deal with a major in terms of end users. Once we do that, I think the market is going to raise appreciably and put us in a much better light than we are now. Thank you very much.
Tony Fawdon, Executive Chairman of Diatreme Resources, thanks for your time.
Thank you.